Welcome to Ahavas Yisrael Daily. We're still in Chapter 2, Part F, Separate Yet Together. As mentioned, one must love all stripes and types of Jews equally, regardless of their communities or origins. Does this mean that no one should have their own identity? In the biography of Rav Nosson Tzvi Finkel, we find a remarkable insight that sheds light on this issue. It is well known that the Yeshivas Mir of Yerushalayim grew exponentially under the leadership of Rav Nosson Tzvi Finkel. It grew from one yeshiva of one building with hundreds of talmidei to an empire with many buildings and with thousands of talmidim. What was the secret to its success? One of the Maggidei Shir, Rav Benjamin Finkel, explained the theory behind the yeshiva. Under the guidance of Rav Nosson Tzvi, Chazal say that at Yom Suv, the sea split into 12 different paths, one for each of the 12 tribes to pass through. However, Hashem made the walls transparent, so that the members of each tribe could see all the others and feel that they were part of the same nation. If they were meant to be united, why didn't Hashem just make one path for all to share? He explained, Hashem kept the balance. Jews should maintain their identity, while at the same time be a part of Klal Yisrael. Unity doesn't mean giving up one's identity. Everyone has their own kehila, community, and yeshiva, to which they belong, and of which they should be proud of. Nevertheless, they should be able to mingle and unite with everyone, while at the same time maintaining their identity. In Yeshiva's Mir, Rav Nosson Tzvi wanted to make everybody feel comfortable at home. He had minyanim with different nachsus, and he would sometimes attend the same nusach Sfard minyan. He even had a later Shabbos minyan for the Chasidim who were accustomed to davening at a later time. But when it came to learning, everybody had to be together. That was the beauty of the yeshiva. People came from 5 continents, whether they were Israeli, American, European, Sephardi, Ashkenazi, or Hasidim. Everybody learned together, regardless of his language or dialect. There is a beautiful thought on this concept of Rav Yaakov Kamenetsky. In Parshat Bamidbar, 1 year after the Jewish people had left Egypt, Hashem commanded Moshe and Aaron to set up the designated areas for each shevet. Each area was marked with a flag of a different color for each shevet, the same color as on the shevet stone, on the cheshen, the breastplate, worn by the Kohen Gadol. Rav Yaakov asked a very obvious question. If the designated areas and their flags were necessary, why did Hashem wait a year to instruct them to set up the camp? Shouldn't this have been enacted immediately, as soon as they left Egypt? Rav Yaakov ingeniously explains, the concept of a flag for each shevet evokes the unique qualities and strengths of each tribe. No 2 tribes were alike. However, this would cause divisiveness and separation among the Jewish people, for each shevet would boast of its specialities. Hashem didn't want this, and therefore he did not command the Jews to set up the separate camps and flags upon their departure from Egypt. It was only a year later, when they had already built the Mishkan, with all the Shvatim encamping around it as a central focus and unifying force among them. When Hashem instructed Moshe to set up the flags, making each shevet both unique and an integral part of the nation, this encampment can be compared to the human body. The body is made up of many different organs, limbs, sinews, each serving a specific purpose and function. However, when one part of the body is hurt, the entire body is in pain, because although there are different body parts, they are all made one whole. So too the Jewish people, as long as they are connected and unified, there can be room for each person to focus on his unique capabilities. But without unity, if each person focuses only on himself, there will be dissension. Rev Leib Chazman quotes a midrash that when Hashem appeared at Har Sinai, he descended with angels in a formation with flags. When the Jewish people saw that, they too wanted flags, so Hashem gave them flags. Why did the Malachim have flags? What was it about their flags that was so impressive to the Jewish people? He explained that every Malach has its own personal mission to carry out, and therefore each one has its own flag. Nonetheless, the Malachim have no hatred or jealousy towards one another. They are all united as one, with the same goal in mind, to carry out the will of Hashem. When the Jews saw that their uniqueness and unity can coexist, they too wanted to be that same way. Interestingly, after Shemona Esrei, we take 3 steps back and say, Oseh Shalom, which is a prayer for peace in the world. We say, He who makes peace in his heights, may he make peace upon us and upon all Yisrael. Why do we add this brief tefillah after we have already finished praying? During the Shemona Esrei, we are like angels. We keep our 2 feet together to resemble the angels who have only 1 foot. Now that we are concluding our prayers, taking 3 steps back and returning to our human state, we ask Hashem to help us retain this lofty angelic level. How? Through the establishment of peace, like the angels on high, who are at peace with one another. Thank you.